How we doing? I'm gonna just kind of go over a few things with like 2K25, why 2K25 probably isn't gonna work out or succeed. I know a lot of people are pretty hyped about some of the new stuff they're seeing, the rhythm shooting, the whole new dribble system. I mean, regardless of all that, I'll talk about that in a separate video. But the main thing I want to focus on right now is 24 cheating and how I think it's going to play over into 2K25. A lot of people think the transparent shooting and the new ways of timing your jumper is supposed to prevent the cheating, and that's just not it. I can tell you that that's not going to work. Um, and basically, the reason I know that it's not going to work is because I started playing 2K since 16. I really started playing since 18, 19. During the COVID era, like 2020, 2019, I was on PC 2K from 2K20 to 23. Because obviously I didn't have a console, they were hard to get. Da, 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 and all my friends had a PC, so that's what we played on. Now, why is that relevant to the cheaters? If you know anything about the PC lobbies, it's like well, you load into a pro am game, a rec game, a part game. You load into any type of game, 9 out of 10 times you're versing a cheater. And that one time you're probably versing a cheater, it's just his ass and you don't know. It is. I will say it's a lot easier to cheat when it comes to PC, just because obviously you can just throw a script into your PC and it'll transfer to the game. The consoles are easily accessible at this point. But within the last year and a half, anyone could buy a PS5. Like for the first 3 years of them being out, and even the Xbox is maybe not as long, you had to get them through StockX or a person. You couldn't go to the store and get them. Here's just some stats that I'm gonna pull up. So 2K23 had an all-time peak of just shy of 60,000 players. Okay, well 2K23 next gen. I mean, every game's got cheaters. Don't get me wrong, but you weren't seeing them all too crazy in 2K23 next gen. I mean, sure they were there, like I said, you'd see them, but you weren't seeing them like that. And I'm telling you, I was one of these 60,000 people. 75% of the people are cheating on PC movies. And then we moved to 2K24. Cut in half. Do I think 30,000 people are just going to stop playing 2K? No. Coincidentally enough, 2K24 was the year where everyone really started moving to next gen, including myself. Um, I do think that correlates with the cheating. 2K24 was the most in cheating we've seen in a long time, and I don't think this is coincidental. These PC clowns will find a way to cheat. I promise you. I mean, we all know there's never been an anti-cheat in 2K. I don't think there is, as far as I'm aware. The only bans I've seen are like little 15, 30-minute bans for dodging a game or quitting out a game. I do think that they left the 2K servers up on PC for sure to try to hide the cheaters over there. Especially it did work, especially when the consoles were hard to get. I mean, it worked, and now it's coming to an end. Now that everyone has a console at this point, and that's why 2K24 saw so many cheaters. The whole transparent shot, the timing of how you shoot, the rhythm shooting, none of that's going to affect the cheaters. And the reason is because if you know anything about PC gaming, you know how theoretically cheats work. It's a script, okay? The script, all it is it's gonna time your shot. You like can either just I don't know if you click X or if you hold it or whatever or however you shoot. You do that and it'll automatically green. Well, with PC, it's a script into your computer that is rerouting some hardware through the game or some software through the game that is timing it for you. Okay, well, how does that play over to console? What makes me think that that's going to come over to console? It's going to come over to console in a different way. So obviously, you're not going to be able to download things from the internet onto your console as in like an application or like through the browser. But what's going to happen is the people are going to be able to install software to controllers, custom controllers, through custom like you could. So I'm sure you could go through the USB port with a custom key. The big one, like I said, is them controllers where you add an adapter to the controller with the software and then it greens for you. That's how they work now, and it's only going to get better now that everyone's moving to console. I would not be surprised if 2K25 all-time peak is 20,000 less or 20,000 or less people. I just think 2K on PC is going to gradually die and never be seen again. Especially now, like they're always going to be current gen, so that's another reason. But it's going to be the worst console and next gen has ever seen, and that's going to drive a lot of people away. The reason I kind of brought this up is because I mean I watched the 2K content. I've never really made 2K content before. Badge Plug is kind of brought up the cheating, and I'm like, well, I mean, if you know anything about PC lobbies, which I have no clue if Badge Plug does. I mean, cheating is not new, especially like I can't think of a game where people cheat more in the sports category than 2K. I don't know any Madden cheaters. I don't even know how you what you could gain from cheating like that. MLB, I've never heard of it. Hockey, who the fuck plays hockey? And FIFA. I'm from the U.S. I know like 4 FIFA players. Um, and honestly, 2K is really if you take that PC lobby and if we count it, I mean, it's one of the worst cheating games ever. Like people don't realize that cheating in 2K is by far worse than any other game because there's no anti-cheat. There's no penalty for cheating in these games. Like I'm trying to think of a few. Like CS:GO is the worst game. Like CS:GO or Counter Strike, CS2, whatever the hell you want to call it, is the worst game for cheating. That's the king. Don't get me wrong. Um, R6 for a long time. I think they just started really cracking down on their console cheating, and then if we're talking like main games, then it's 2K, I think, right? Like I can't think of a game where you are notoriously known for cheating, but that is counting the PC lobbies because that's where the majority of the cheaters are. But that's going to come over to 2K25 on the next gen console now with crossplay and the consoles being easy to go through. Like I'm sure most of the cheaters are probably going to be on Xbox. I do think that it's a little easier to cheat on the Xbox because it is correlated with Microsoft, which I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that because I mean cheaters will find a way regardless. Yeah, I mean 2K25 that's going to be the downfall for sure. And I mean that's the big one. That's the big one. Cheating. Have you ever watched 2K trailers? We've got 9,000 new animations. Most of them jump shots. They say that almost not 9,000, but they say that every year. So many new animations, it doesn't matter. They rebuilt the dribbling system from the ground up. It's completely new. You can do these new things, which that's also to an extent probably not true. They were claiming to do stuff that you couldn't do before. Could already do these things they were claiming that were new. It was nothing. They'd just be lying. This dude right here, A Rich, was the first video of 2K25 I've seen, and he's right. You could tell, like, all this shit's the same. They repeat it. They do this and that. I mean, that's just go watch his video on this. I mean, he really knows. Like, dude was literally doing shit. Mike Wang is now the new Ronnie. Like Ronnie for years would say, "We can do this." Okay, that's a lie. That never was a thing. Ronnie would say, "We're taking this away," and it'd still be there. Ronnie has notoriously went on the air and said, "This shit will change. This is what it's gonna do. This is how it's gonna play," and that's just been a straight lie. Well, now Mike Wang for the last like what 2-3 years has been entering in the thing. Everyone when he first came back to the scene, not really come back to the scene, but came back to announcing things. Everyone was hyped. I remember watching a Badge video where he's like, Mike is better than 2K. Mike is better than Ronnie at like actually knowing what's going on and saying all these things. And it's not been true. Mike Wang has lied the last 3 years about almost everything. Right. And like I said, go watch this dude's video. Super interesting. He's got 30K 5 days. This was an interesting video. That's why I'm kind of here doing it because I know the cheating aspect of the stuff. Like this dude, he knew that you could already do this shit. Most people that have played 2K know that that's a thing. But when it comes to the cheating, as someone who played PC Lobby and is noticing the PC lobbies dying, and now funny enough that 2K24 was the highest game where everyone was like, that motherfucker's cheating. They were cheating, this and that. Go watch him. Good video. Go watch any Badge video. Badge is really the only 2K content person I watch. Cheating without an anti-cheat system or something where people are going to get banned. People are going to add software into their controllers or through their Xbox somehow. They're going to be cheating. It's nothing new. Like I said, it's nothing new. You guys are just now seeing it because you guys have been playing on console. I mean, really, the 2K community is all based off console fans or players. I don't know how many people are really fans, but Ronnie and 2K as a whole need to do something because I'm calling it now. The cheating in 2K25 is going to be. I'm not gonna say it's PC level cheating because like I'm talking like if you play PC gaming or if you've ever seen the clips of some dude like being so damn tall, his hands touch the floor when he's standing, and his head is up his ass or whatever. Like that cheating is that's PC. Like you only would see that on PC. I've never seen it on a console, and I put in a minimum of almost 1,000 hours every 2K, a minimum. Besides 2K24 is probably my least played, but still I have plenty of hours to where I've never seen it on a console. But when it comes to PC, that's where you see it. That's where you see the auto greeners. That's where you see the dudes who are 20 feet tall. It's just how 2K is on the PC. I think we're going to see a direct correlation from those people leaving to 2K25, and we already did see it with 2K24. But yeah, cheating. It's the nothing. What they're doing is going to help. I promise you. I 100% guarantee the way they're into like doing transparent shot meters, doing this real time shooting, rhythm shooting. That does not matter. I promise you. It does not stop a script that is plugged into a controller. I have seen it. And I mean, you're going to see it in 2K25. And that's the big number one reason it's going to down is the reason people are going to play it. And then hopefully now people are going to start noticing that Mike Wayne 99% of the time just kind of lies. I shouldn't say lies because he might be correct. The game might be doing the things that they are doing when they're testing it out before a month before 2K, releases, but it's just when it releases, it's always different. It's not what it's advertised. I mean, quite frankly, I'm sure if someone really wanted to, they could go and play every 2K and try to be like, oh, they said this was false advertisement, this and this. Legal report out of that. I mean, I'm not going to, but I'm sure someone could sue 2K's ass for all the lying they've fucking done about their game. Like I said, go check out A Rich. He kind of dove into the lying 2K's done that aspect. I only summed it up really. If you want to watch more in depth on the lying part about 2K, I'm gonna link that video and you can go watch that. But I mean, as you can see, we've got so the 12th will be the next thing. The my NBA is what's going to be shown the W. My team will be shown on the 19th. Another godforsaken fucking city on the 26th. I hope the city's always fucking trash. September 2nd, season 1 and 2K beats. That's whatever. And September 4th is when you get to play the game early if you pre-ordered, and the 6th is 2K25 launch. So I'm going to try to upload every day on the releases here, probably on the 4th too, get that early gameplay. And just see what kind of goes on. All right, guys. Hopefully, you kind of take my, I wouldn't say opinion, it's my knowledge of the whole 2K cheating aspect and the lying. I'm not saying 2K won't have a player base to where you can't play it. Like, it's not going to be a dead game. But it's going to be, I think, one of the most unplayable 2Ks that are coming out. I'm still gonna buy it. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna buy every 2K until it's officially done and it's dead, which it probably never will be. If they don't add an anti-cheat to 2K, we're looking at some real problems here. And I think that it's gonna steer a lot of the 2K player base away. We're gonna be looking at a game that already it feels like there's nothing ever put in, and like they don't care. They're just re-releasing the same game almost every year. And once the fan base comes to a dying stop to where they're not making money, that's really what we're gonna get. And then we're gonna move to EA Live. Go ahead and do me a favor, leave a like, sub, comment how bullshit y'all think I'm talking about. Don't know what I'm saying. Comment that you love the video. I don't care. But like I said, check out A Rich. He goes into depth about the lying. Other than that, see you guys.